We were looking at the bright side of winter, and really there's nothing better on these cold nights than a nice hearty meal.
That's true. Angie Horkan from the Wisconsin Beef Council stopped by earlier this week with some new recipes. You have 2 new recipes to share today, and they smell heavenly, don't they? What are you making?
Okay, so these are kind of warm, feel-goody, make the kitchen smell amazing for this weather we're having.
Yes.
So I've got a filet recipe. So it's still February, the month of love. Let's talk filet, okay? Super easy. I actually bought a whole 2-pound filet roast. Select, actually, not a choice, so it's a little more economical. And I sliced my own little fillets. I have a 2-pound big roast. You can get at least 8 fillets.
Nice.
And then, you know, use half, save it, do a couple recipes. But then I just did them in a cast iron pan with a little salt and pepper. And then did some lentils, but, you know, do whatever kind of side dishes you like. And then it has a sauce to go with it. It's called a herb butter mushroom sauce, and it's actually got a mix of wild mushrooms in here, some beef stock, some garlic, of course. Started with butter, a little bit of fresh thyme, some shallots, and then a little cornstarch water mixture at the end.
And what does that do?
To thicken it up. And then, so I did that, my fillets in the same pan, so I used kind of this nice flat wooden spatula to get my browned bits of my beef up.
Now, what is your secret for doing fillets? Because it's an expensive cut of meat. How many minutes on a side do you do?
That's the secret, Susan. You don't want to overcook it. Now, these fillets here are about 1 inch thick. I did about 3 minutes a side, and then if you have a nice, easy, like a little instant read meat thermometer, insert that from the side. And then these need to rest too, so you want to cook these to 135. Don't cook them to 145 if you like that nice pink medium rare. Take them out at 135. Tent them, you're going to let them rest while you make the beautiful mushroom sauce, and then that temperature will rise.
How long do they need to rest?
I would say at least 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and this sauce will take about that long after you kind of cook down your mushrooms and then you cook down your beef stock and then thicken it. It'll take about 10 minutes.
It's a beautiful sauce.
Full recipe, 35 minutes.
Perfect. And this one, though, this one you want to do on a Sunday when you're at home.
It's a perfect Sunday recipe.
Beef bourguignon. And now, can you do your Julia Child impression? Okay, well, I tried.
No.
Beef bourguignon.
Very good.
I know.
Well done.
We've been talking about this. It's awesome for winter. I love it. It makes the house smell so good. Burgundy wine's the base. You know, if you don't want to go out and buy a special Burgundy, a Pinot Noir works good. I usually have that on hand.
Yeah.
So, but I started with 2 pounds of stew meat. The recipe on our website calls for like a shoulder roast, arm roast. Any of those roasts that you would put in the slow cooker are perfect for this recipe because it's a couple hours to cook. So, but I just started with stew meat. It's already chunked up in the supermarket. I did it, I think I used over 2 pounds of stew meat. I did it right in this stock pot, and I browned my beef in 3 batches. You don't want to crowd your beef. Get it nice and hot with some oil. Get your oil nice and hot. Put your beef in. Give them plenty of space because you really want to get them browned.
Yeah.
And that helps to keep locking the juices because you're going to cook this a couple hours.
And this is pearl onions and carrots.
Yep, and there's some bacon. I started with 4 strips of bacon.
Yeah, that's nice. So yeah, you render the fat out, you remove the bacon, do the meat in there, and then add the bacon back?
Yeah, add the bacon back, and then add in your Burgundy wine, some beef stock, salt, pepper, tomato paste. I got a little parsley for the top. I did that, so I did the liquid with the meats an hour, and then I added in, I just cut some baby carrots in half, some frozen pearl onions because I couldn't find fresh, and then another half hour, another hour till your vegetables are tender and your meat's tender, and then top with some fresh parsley. Serve with some crusty bread and a glass of Burgundy. And
very comforting meal.
Very comforting. Yes. So beeftips.com is Wisconsin Beef Council website. Click on As Seen on TV right on the homepage, and you'll find these recipes plus a lot of more perfect winter Wisconsin recipes.
Oh, that's great. That's what we need.
The best part of this cold weather.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks, Angie.
You're welcome.
So you've made the beef bourguignon before.
I have. A lot of steps, but it's worth it. And my trick is, you know, you can put it in the oven at a very low heat, and it kind of braises everything, and you don't really have to fuss with it.
And it's one of those dishes that cooks all day, and you can smell it.
It
Oh, it
great.
sounds perfect.
Yeah.